we are looking at reducing the vulnerability to communities that are living in the selected basins. And to that, we are focusing on the Shire Basin and the also Boa River Basin. And also looking at land area with increased flood protection and catchment conservation. That is another part that the project is adhering to. But also people having access to area actions in terms of social protection systems supported through the project. This is why the project has a sub-component benefiting Blantyre and Zomba, because we want to pilot interventions relating to the way SSRRP is designed by having the public climate related works that can be implemented within these particular cities. And we are looking at the social hill. If we can implement public works in that particular area where people can plant trees around the hill, in the next 5 years, we may see a change in that particular hill. The same thing in Zomba. We can see changes if the public works approach can be used to try and plant trees around the Zomba hill, to try and build some kind of resilience into that. But also restoring infrastructure that was damaged by Cyclone Freddy, and to that the project is supporting the 13th district in the south to restore all the infrastructure that was damaged by Cyclone Freddy. But also having a regional collaboration with the other countries to try and learn to see how other countries are implementing similar interventions. And the project has 3 PIUs. One PIU is domiciled at Ministry of Finance. It's called PCU, and they are responsible for component number 1, number 2, but also number 4. They are looking over that. But also they have a PIU that is domiciled at Road Authority. It's headed by the Deputy Coordinator, reporting to the Coordinator at the Ministry of Finance. And also another one at Ministry of Law Government and National Law Government Finance Committee, responsible for component number 2.2, 3.1, and 3.2. And in terms of the distribution of the monies, you will note that the ones colored are the ones that are domiciled at Ministry of Law Government and National Law Government Finance Committee, and it's totaling to $90 million. So you see, district-rate resilience building has $80 million. Expanding social registry in urban areas has $3 million. Design and pilot urban climate smart public works has $7 million. The totaling is $90 million. So out of the 240, 90 is going to the local governments, basically. And the 100 is going to Road Authority in trying to restore the infrastructure that was damaged by Cyclone Freddy. So you see that about 190 is the one that is going to the 2 PIUs, and the balance is the one that is going to the PCU. And we are here because of component 2.2, which is distributing the checks to the local governments. Like the minister said, component 2.2 is trying to mimic the GESED project. So it's borrowing the same design. We do an assessment using LAPA. So if you fail the minimum access conditions, you're not going to get Regional Climate Resilient Program grant, and also you're not going to get grant from the GESED project. It means you are missing 2 grants, big grants. And that's a bit, that's why we're trying to say, let's follow the protocols in LAPA to make sure that we do well. And this program is only focusing on the 28 districts for component 2.2. Component 3.1 and 3.2 are targeting Zomba and Blantyre cities. But component 2.2 is benefiting 28 districts. Component 2.1 is benefiting only 13 districts that were affected by Cyclone Freddy. So you see that some districts are going to benefit twice, others thrice, because of the various components are targeting various interventions. And that we are going to disperse the grant using the LAPA 2, and the results of the LAPA are very important in trying to disperse the grant. When you receive the grant, the money that you are going to receive, you are supposed to implement interventions that can create a situation where people can live in harmony with these particular disasters. When they strike, we should not lose life. We should not lose property. So we are looking at that kind of interventions that you can implement. If it's a school that you are rehabilitating, make sure that we have a wood road around it so that in future strong winds should not damage the structure. The structure should be protected. If it is a school that is usually flooded, let's have the drainage around it so that when the floods come, the water should be able to drain, and therefore we protect the infrastructure, we protect lives, we also protect property that we have highly earned. If it's a community that is usually affected by floods, we can construct a dike to protect those particular communities, to make sure that the water is directed. If it is a river that is swelling during the rainy season because of heavy silting, let's dredge the river and make sure that we strengthen the river banks by planting more trees. So that is the kind of interventions that we are looking at in this particular interventions, in this particular program. And like I said, the principles of LAPA are going to apply. So if you fail minimum access conditions, you fail triggers, or you fail both, you are not going to receive the grant. If you get less score on LAPA, you get relatively less amount of money commensurate to your score. And we are going to we'll be reviewing LAPA as it were every year, and the councils were going to be oriented in this particular regard, on these particular tools, and we have already done the orientation. And in 2024, 2025 IPFs were based on 2023 LAPA results. So all the 28 counts passed the 2023 LAPA, and that's why we are going to give checks to all the 28 districts to implement interventions between now and 30th of June. And that we have already communicated 2025-2026 indicative planning figures to all the local authorities to do the preparations, waiting for the final LAPA results. If you fail the LAPA results, then the principles are going to apply. And in terms of the formula, it is a little bit tweaked. It's based on those particular parameters. Population is contributing 25% in terms of weighting. Poverty is contributing 30%. Vulnerability index, using the historical data in terms of the number of people that are affected in the past 10 years by disasters, averaged is contributing 25%. Land area is contributing 10%. And also we have a fixed share of about 10%. So that is a weighting that goes into the formula in terms of how we are dispersing the grant. And when you compare with the GESED, you note that there is a slight difference, because the population GESED is 40% and poverty is 40%, and the 10% is land area, and the eco share is 10%. So there's that disparity with the GESED. This is one of the disparity that we have. And in terms of disbursement, I've colored 10 million and 12 million US dollars, respectively, deliberately, because we are going to disburse 10 million now for you to implement interventions between now and June 30th. But we are also going to disburse 12 million shortly, and the minister is going to we'll call again for the minister to also issue out checks for the 12 million once you do the proper budgeting and all the protocols are followed, and followed by the 13 million, 15, and then 20 million in the final year. And these are the figures that you are going to get, and I think you know your figure, because these figures were communicated long time ago. And in alphabetical, it's not that number one is Balaka, but it's in alphabetical for ease of following. But we know that in 2023 LAPA, the number one district was Doha. But this is just in terms of the flow, and these are the final IPFs that were given to the local governments. So you note that the lowest council that is getting about 74 million kwacha, and the highest is getting about 1.3 billion Malawi kwacha towards these particular interventions. And in total, we are disbursing about 17.3 billion to local governments. Already, the administration cost was already given to the councils to start preparing for this. And the disbursement of the money is conditioned on finalizing the environmental safeguard instruments. So you finalize the safeguard instruments, you get your money instantly. And this is the flow of the cycles. We're going to have 5 cycles for this particular program, and are sequenced into those particular years. So, like cycle 1, like I said, 10 million is going to be dispersed. Cycle 2, we're going to have 12 million. That's going to be dispersed. Cycle 3, we're going to have 13 million dispersed, and cycle 4, we're going to have 15 million dispersed, and in the final cycle, we're going to have 20 million US dollars being dispersed. In between, we're going to have a midterm and final reviews. So what is the roadmap? The roadmap at 2024-2025 is that the projects are supposed to be implemented between now and the 30th of June 2025. So you have 6 months to implement those particular interventions. Disbursement, like I said, is conditioned to environmental safeguard instruments, where preparatory funds were already disbursed to the councils, and all the councils have received the money for the preparatory works, and we need to start developing instruments to that. And we have given a deadline of the 20th of this month to make sure that we submit those particular instruments for us to disburse the money so that we start the works. So those that are ready, communicate to us, we start disbursing the money, because we are running short of time. For the 2025-2026 financial year, you have already received the IPF. The assumption is everyone has qualified. That's why it's called indicative planning figures. The final figures will be based on the final results of the LAPA. So if you have failed the marks, it means that that figure is going to be missed in the final list for your council. And we hope that everyone is going to qualify for that. Otherwise, those are the figures that we have calculated for the 2025-2026 financial year. And 2026-2027 will be based on the LAPA that is going to be conducted in 2025. So we wait for the results of 2025 LAPA for us to be able to disperse the grants. That's a flavor of what this program is all about. Otherwise, thanks so much for your kind attention.
Thank you, Flemings. Another big hand. Thank you, Honorable Minister. It is time for us to go into the program of signing and also the damage check presentation to the district councils that are here, the 28 district councils. So I would request the Secretary for Local Government to come here with the ED Local Government, ED National Local Government Finance Committee. So we'll be calling out names of the district councils. So the district commissioner and the district council chairperson will come in front. They will sign that document. So it means the DC, the council chairperson, the ED, and the secretary for local government. After signing, the secretary for local government will hand over that book to the council chairperson, in short, to the council. So after that, then they will go there to receive their damage check. So it means once we call Balaka in front, Balaka will come, sign. After signing, then they will go receive their damage check. So I will request Honorable Minister and also our Commissioner to also, after that, come forward so that you will help us in distributing the damage checks to the councils. Thank you so much. So we'll start. The first district council is Balaka. So Balaka should come forward, the DC and the council chairperson. ngatanabwera ndi gulu la kubalaka kululutira nkololedwa kaya kunabwera azimayi kaya nthungululu kaya ndi malikhweru koma ngatanabwera chabe ndetizioneka kuti anabwera oka kope imodzi zitsala iwo azitenga kope imodzi. So tikamaliza we are free to stand up kupanga present the booklet to the council chairperson. They can take pictures. May I request the Honorable Minister and the council chair, Maga, you can also come in front. Yes. Commissioner Chapwetega, please. So then as we are doing that, Blantyre, please come forward. Nthawi yali kwero ndi nthungululu ija ndimene iye anzathu alandira ndalama. Tisachite jealousy. Blantyre, please. Alandira 373,290,000. Blantyre kusaina ikamaliza ikalandira over 992 million Malawi kwacha for Blantyre District Council. Chikwawa District Council. Blantyre. Chabwino tingonola mano m'manjamo titenthetsemo ndithu pano pati ngolandira macheke tisayinirabe kuti nthunguluzo zimveka bwinobwino tikakapanda upereka nthungulu ndoti tibwereraso yomwe ija. Okay, nde pano pa Chikwawa District Council. Chikwawa District Council, a council chairperson da DC nde kuti director of finance kululutira. Chikwawa nde kuti pamene pa chiradzulu kumbuyo kwa chiradzulu kukhala chitipa. So Chikwawa yalandira over 700 million Malawi kwacha. Mene akuchoka chiradzulu District Council abwere nda DC. After chiradzulu chitipa District Council. Chitipa District Council. Over 304 million for Chitipa. Chiradzulu yalandira over 546 million Malawi kwacha. Then Dedza, after Chitipa we are having Dedza. After Dedza we are having Doa. So that is Chitipa, over 304 million Malawi kwacha. Then we have Dedza. Dedza, over 613 million Malawi kwacha. After Dedza, please Doa. Doa, after Dedza, Doa. After Doa, Kalonga. After Doa, Kalonga. So Doa has over 395 million. After Karonga, Kasungu. Doa, now it's time for Doa. Then after Doa, we are having Karonga. After Karonga, we have Kasungu. So now is for Doa, 613 million Malawi kwacha. Then we have Karonga District Council. Ena kumachokata kuiya, ena kusekerera, koma akulandira abe koma. Baso ndiyo mwe. So Karonga District Council has over 395 million Malawi kwacha. Then we have Kasungu District Council. Pambuyo pa Kasungu palilikoma our own island. Kasungu 762 million Malawi kwacha. Kasungu District Council. Then we have Likoma. $74 million. Aigwerera Ilala. Kaya inabwera litilalayo. Aikhalira masiku osewa. Akadikiriraso amenewo. Kaya wiki inaso yatunthu. Akuona kuti kodi 74 million imeneyi. Tipanga nayo bwanji. Then Lilongwe. Rulo, Lilongwe District Council. After Lilongwe, kubwera Machinga, kenako Mangochi. Lilongwe District Council ili ndi over 1.3 billion Malawi kwacha. Then after Lilongwe, we have Machinga. After Machinga, we have Lilongwe. We have Mangochi. So Machinga has over 902 million Malawi kwacha. That's Machinga. Then Mangochi District Council. After Mangochi tikhala ndi Mchinji kenako Mberwa. So Mangochi has over 916 million Malawi kwacha. Then we have Mchinji. After Mchinji we have Mberwa, then Mulanje. Mchinji so yabwera ndi over 1.046 billion Malawi kwacha. Then we have Mberwa kukingdom uku. Kukingdom. So all the way from Zimba, Mberwa District Council. Amene walandira 795 million. Mberwa, then Mulanje. After Mulanje, we have Mwanza. Mulanje. That's Mulanje District Council. Mulanje. Mwanza kena kuneno. Mulanje has over 840 million Malawi kwacha. Mwanza District Council has over 159 million Malawi kwacha. After Mwanza, let's have Neno. Mwanza, we have Neno now, then Nkatabe. Neno has received over 156 million Malawi kwacha. Nkatabe. After Nkatabe, we have Nkhotakota. Nkatabe has received over 353 million Malawi kwacha. After Nkatabe, let's have Nkhotakota. So after Nkhotakota, we have Nsanje. Nkhotakota has received over 787 million Malawi kwacha. 787 million Malawi kwacha. Nsanje. Nsanje yabwera. Okay, so we have Nsanje District Council. Ikata Nsanje, tikandi nchewu kena konchisi. So Nsanje has close to 295 million Malawi kwacha. That is Nsanje. Now let's have Nchewu. After Nchewu, we have Nchisi and then Palombe. Nchewu, Nchisi and Palombe. So Nchewu has received over 532 million Malawi kwacha. Yes, Nchewu. Now we have Nchisi. After Nchisi, we have Palombe and then Rumpi. Nchisi. Nchisi kulandira almost 700 million Malawi kwacha. Nchisi. Then Palombe. After Palombe, we have Rumpi. So Palombe has gotten over 423 million Malawi kwacha. After Palombe, let's have Rumpi. After Rumpi, we have Salima, Choro, then finally Zombarulo. So we are now having Rumpi. Rumpi has over 317 million Malawi kwacha. Then let's have Salima. Salima, then Cholo, then Zomba District. Salima has over 503 million Malawi kwacha. That's Salima. Let's now have Cholo. Cholo District Council. Kucholo ndalama zomwe alandira akuti timvetsere 1,186,323,041 kwacha. $1 billion. Aiti mwati wambiri. Then finally we have Zomba Rural, Zomba District Council. Zomba District Council yalandira close to 676 million Malawi kwacha. 676 million Malawi kwacha. Thank you so much. That marks the end of the Cheque presentation. Then after that, let's just go straight to the launch. So I would call forward the Executive Director of the National Local Government Finance Committee, Dr. Kondwani Sante, to take us through this program. And then after everything, that's when we are going to sign the booklets which we have here. So over to you.
Honorable Minister of Local Government, Richard Chimwendo Banda, MP, Commissioner Chapweteka, Chairperson of GFC, DCs and COs, directors present here. I don't have much to say because some of the issues in the local authorities financial management sanctions guideline we discussed, or we had an orientation to most of you. Suffice to mention two things. The first one, I've been sent by SLG just to inform, I think there are about 7, if I'm not wrong, councils who are to be supported by EU under which I think the project, to say that that project discussions now are almost reaching the end. Soon you'll be asked to reopen accounts and also to open with RBM. So may you hasten to do that by already getting the forms from RBM and the Accountant General. So that's your information. The second one, regarding the issues surrounding local authorities financial management sanctions guideline. In brief, these guidelines provide an outlook, an outline on how, as local authorities, duty bearers, we should manage public resources in our areas by ensuring that we are compliant to existing laws and regulations, be it the Constitution, the Public Finance Management Act, the Local Government Act, the Public Audit Act, Public Procurement Act, and the such relevant legislations. The Act, in simple terms, has provided steps, processes, procedures, and how officers are going to be called upon to discipline and account for public resources. In short, the offenses are emanating from our daily work, either omission or breaches. So an omission can also be where you have failed, for example, to do a bank reconciliation, or you have failed to submit financial reports timely, or you have failed to produce and to submit to the auditors or any government agent officers when they have called us to present any financial information. In terms of the penalties are well outlined in the Public Finance Management Act, of which in some cases there is a minimum fine of 10 million. And to the highest fine, it's about 50 million. And if you look at 50 million, maybe you and me even pension ya to singafike. Why there are these heavy fines? It's under the Public Finance Management Act. So these are not new things, but a call for us to ensure that we are disciplined officers and there is value for money as regards proper management and utilization of public funds. I thank you for your attention, Honorable Minister, and the rest of you. Thank you. So at this juncture, I've been given the honors by Anjoya to call in front the Minister of Local Government, Unit and Culture, and also Commissioner Richard Chapweteka to come in front and officially launch the Local Authorities Financial Management Sanctions Guideline. But maybe before that, the Minister will have to make a few remarks. Thank you so much.
Not much, but just to thank Local Government Finance Committee for these guidelines. All of us, if you get to work without guidelines, that would be a challenge. It's very clear. It's more or less like a reminder of our legal instruments that we have and also what we need to do on day-to-day basis. The guideline is very simple to understand, and I don't think you have many questions with it. The aim is to perfect our work. And I would like to congratulate all of you for actually being in the history of local government to have attended the first guidelines provided by National Government Finance Committee for 20, it's written May 2024, but we are launching in January 2025. Thank you so much. It's very easy to understand. I bit sorted ngapanga launch dizidula ribbon. Where are the journalists? Oh, you are here. Colleagues, I would like to close the workshop. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary say no. The ayes have got it. I can close the function. I want to thank all of you for attending this function. No apologies. For the first time, all councils are here. We've always wanted all city councils to be available. This time around, they still have questions. Like we have Ruchenza Town Council here, we have Mangochi Municipal here. They have not gotten what we have gotten. At least 2.0, where is Framings? 2.0, we are taking care of, GC 2.0, we are taking care of all councils 35. Right now we are at 28, but come GC 2.0 we should be able to provide resources to all 35, then there shall be 37 because of Salima and data. My words, as always, is to thank you and appreciate you for working hard in very difficult circumstances at times, but also to thank you for delivering on behalf of government. Dr. Jagwera will not be in Mwanza each and every day, but the DC will be in Mwanza each and every day. Dr. Jagwera will not be in Katabe each and every passing day, but the DC will be in Katabe each and every passing day. When government wants to implement its work, it does that with trust. We trust that wherever you are doing a good job. Chaka chino ncha masango musalowe nkuyesedwa. You can borrow a leaf from people like Simwaka who tell you how he has survived to this date. Musalowe nkuyesedwa boma ndi limodzi. You don't have two governments. osamaenda chotangadzira. Makudziwa kutangadza? Huh? Makudziwa kutangadza? Government has the best intelligence system ever. Best intelligence system ever. Save one government, save His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera. Because the work you are doing, if he doesn't want you, he should have taken you out there. Don't say, I'm including myself. If he doesn't want me, if I go out there, I'm fired. Kulibe sozo kuti ai mwafusa anthu amandikonda kulibe zimenezo. No one should feel that he deserves to be where you are. No one. No one. I deserve to be here. No. Including support staff. Every one of you is there because Dr. Chakwera wants you to help him implement what he wants to implement in that particular area. Boma ili silisanka. Boma ili libezo kuti uku, as long as it is fit for those people. A very good example here. I come from Doha. If it was a monopoly, I should have been receiving 2 billion kwacha today. But Cholo receives 1 billion, Doha receives 600 million. Just because they fit into that and they have done what was supposed to be done. That's what this government is all about. Hello? Can I wake you a little bit? I want to wake you a little bit. So we don't want any DC or Rangata, minded. No. Save one president at a time. His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera. It will be very easy for you. And everyone will understand you. Any politician will understand you. Oh yeah? Pana bagini magalaka ntakuyankulana atulankani mulibe. Chifama bodza amayamba ndiwo atulankani. Walala ata chimwendo. Wakalipira madisi. Ndukalipa ine pano. If I go to the Bible, I used to remember what the Quran said. The Bible says the truth sets people what? Free. If I lie to you that you are not under watch, ndingo kupirekitsa nkoni. Ask madam, I will tell you, government ikamafuna zinthu kwa DC. Lero mafoni ndili nawo apo. Ndionena njala chimanga here iko olomekezeka mulumikizane nda DC anga kunena ndani kapena alipo wewe na DC yake. Hello, alipo wewe na DC yake simundia ndakopseza DC ndi mmodzi tu. DC ndi mmodzi, controlling officer ndi mmodzi. You must make sure you save one government. So even in the media I would tell tomorrow, if you want to write about me, I'm saying they must be dedicated and save His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera in making sure services are provided. The policy implementation you are implementing, it is a policy on behalf of the president of this country. Not on behalf of an opposition party. Very easy. Ndaona nkhobe zokugwa basi. Wativera jana me. Palibe chimenda tani ndamva. But to make sure that you do your job very easily in this period, chilo anukuti kuphekereni. Bwino kwambiri. As simple as save one president at a what? At a time. Connections are everywhere. Maso a Malawi anachuluka paliponse. Paliponse, if you abuse resources, woko nani, only 7. Komaso dita fufuza 7 yo. Anango ena pangono. There are even improvements for those 7. And we want next year all councils should have clean what? Records. Then you see this. Ndalama zizingobwera. Boma ndilomweri. Osaka ikira decision ndiyo yemwe. Chair nangasimu ngatawina okasa ena. Zanu zinzamu zaka ndi zaka zazwizwi. Ine chikalireni minister. Ndachirako fire DCRS. Tandikumbutsa nalipo DC na nchotsa kunchitu. Actually, the best thing I've done is to promote all DCs. Promote their great, all of them. Find kamachita zanga zandale ni mazadi kumiti kunchito Sudan. So and I don't call you every day because you are doing your job. Excellent work. I don't call kota kwacha bwanji, mwaswera bwanji. No. If there's something once in a while, 2 weeks or so, zuenda bwanji uminiu. I don't call you because you are doing a good job. Komanso nchido maitiwa. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a politician, I know everything. But I trust you know your job. Komanso enda mota ngata. Aroma bonda ukusudzi wa shinga chitiki. The truth shall set people what? Free. Even some of you, kungo sinta boma, simunga kale ma DC. Kungo sinta boma, ena simunga kale majani. Mama omwe, akakulanda ni magi omwe. Kuti mukache gula office, mukapeza data. Amagi sa kugwira. Work for your government. If it please Dr. Jagwera kukusanka kukala DC kumene koko. You mean kunalibe intelligence okufufuza we? Kunalibe ukufufuza ndiwe ndani? Do you think position ya DC itimapatana on a silver platter? DC. Azikanikana head of finance. DC, if you are a DC today. Hello? Zaja nano tsikulina. Mandikonda be. Amene mandikonda kweza nizanja. Koma boma ndilidilo lomwe. Mukamaenda bano don't worry about what you hear. Let me tell you, don't worry about what you hear. That's the year of politics. Muzaka Zandale, even in America, Hillary Clinton actually prepared inauguration. Mzimai wapitai, timatinda? Even prepared what? That's what happens in politics. Today it's like this star. A politician has got so many lives. Kuchoka mawapo fika majulo. You have so many lives. Especially this year, so many issues were happening. Hey, that will not happen. That will not what? Happen. Little 13 cha? 14 cha? That will not what? Amba kudaliteni boma ndo mweli siko mwambe.
Ziko kwambiri tathokoza kwambiri mmanja ndi mmene mwamvekamo timakunyadirani takuyamikani fa munali nafe tsiku la lero si chinthu cha mtengo wapatali. Ziko kwambiri tikhonza kukulolani kuti munyamuke. Pali atolankhani panjapo amene akudikirani. Okay. Interview tipemphe ikhale panja chifukwa tikupitiriza ifeyo ndi mwambo amene tatsala muno. Yes. Ende panopa amene Deputy Minister, Honorable Deputy Minister akhala akutuluka koma ifeyo tipitirize ni mwambo wathu osayinira uja kuti tenge ma documents athu osayinidwa inatisiya. Honorable Minister amene akupita tikhala tikusayinira zinthu zathu zonse zimene zatsala zoti tisayinire. Therefore we only had 2 district councils that were or that had already signed. Komabe mutidikira kuti tipangire limodzi zonse kenako then we break for lunch tizipita. Komanso mukamabwera ndoti muzatenganso mabuku awiri ama sanctions for each and every council imene yabwera. Ziko kwambiri Honorable Minister. Ndekuti akatulutsa andunawo akamapanga interview tipempha Secretary for Local Government ED NLGFC kuti akhale kutsogolo kuno tipitirize programu yathu ija kena kuti kamapita titenge ma document onse. Chair Nkatabe, thank you so much. Mukhoza kudikira kuti Nkatabe no ikabwera ndekuti you join Nkatabe, you say. Tikonzekere yoyamba ikhala rumpi. Kena kusalima. Mungu saina